Hi everyone, my name is Lucie Mitchell and welcome to my channel and welcome back for those who have been watching for quite some time. I really do appreciate it. So it's been a while and I'm sorry. I've been working on some cool things and so don't worry if I got videos for y'all. Now for today's video, I am showing you how I created a custom base color. Now a lot of times I get questions, what do you do with the leftover paint? Do you waste it, or how much of a waste is that, or what base color is this? And I'm usually like, well, I don't know. Sometimes I create custom colors intentionally, as far as like I'm looking for a particular kind of blue that I see in my mind and I try to create it. Or sometimes I get colors, by accident, or I decide to, if I have tons of leftover paint from different, projects, then I need to clear up the area because I'm going to be working on something totally new. And I have tons and tons of like containers of paint that again, I don't want to waste and will not waste. And so what I do is I grab a big, container or jug or whatever the case is, but you'll see it in the video. And I'll pour all the, extra paint that I'm not going to be using anytime soon into that one big container. And then once I'm done with all the paint that I want to put in there, if there's a decent amount, then I'll mix it up and then we'll see what color comes of it, right? And so in this one that you'll see coming up soon, you'll see that there's some reds, there's some blues, there's some greens, there's some purples. There's another custom base that I had from different, colors that all go into the same container. And then you'll see when I mix it up, how the colors change and becomes what it becomes. I even added some white this time. And the only reason was because other colors that I was mixing, I did not want them to become this weird muddy color. And so just in case, I added some white. Not all the white that I have, but just enough so that way whatever would come out of it would end up somewhat non-muddy, which it came out pretty nice. And so I'm pretty sure that I'll be using it as a base for my next project. Now, what you'll see now is me mixing those colors, and there'll be a new base color for another painting. But I'm also going to show you that previous painting that I said I did not like. I'm going to let it dry and I will show you the results. And so you'll see the dry results, and that, make of it as you will. But I decided to, just hold on to it a little bit longer because I started embellishing it. And you'll see part of the embellishing painting. So you'll see a photo of that one in this coming up video. So I hope you guys like it. And thanks again for tuning in. I'll put all the information in the description below the video, but don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you guys shortly. All right, bye. All right, so here we are, and the bucket is empty. It's a pretty decent size. You'll see a little bit later, but I'm just pouring. There's no science to this. I'm literally just dumping out, paint that I've used from the previous series and literally putting it all in there. And that's usually what I do when I am ready for something different, ready for a new series, or just ready for new colors. If I don't want to leave everything just on the shelf, or in my mind it's taking up too much space, even though they have their own shelves, sometimes I just think, oh my goodness, look at all this chaos. But it's organized chaos. But at times I do need to just start fresh, regroup, and go from there. And so when that happens, this is what I do. I have these buckets, and usually I save those if I have a lot of paint that I need to just put away. And so that's what I use. Now, if I have not too much paint, then I'll use the smaller one, the one that you see that I'm pouring from is what I'll typically use to do this. But this time, as you'll see, I just had so much paint. Look at that color. It's beautiful. And I'm pretty sure that I could have used it, later, but I'm hoping to just recreate, crossing fingers. But the reason why I'm doing this now is because for Christmas, I got these cool glow-in-the-dark paint that I have never used before. And I want to just dive in and do something with them. And so this is why this paint I'm just putting down is going to be the new base for the next series. And so we'll see what that looks like. Look at that gorgeous blue. Like, look at all those blues. That could have been a thing on its own. The blues, and purples coming up. But maybe later. Because this glow-in-the-dark paint, I am super excited to try. Now, what you'll see is, or what you won't see is that I don't pour my gold, because again, the gold that I made is my custom mix of gold. And so I'm trying to conserve as much as I can from it, which is why you will not see me pour the gold in there. That will be used for other things as time goes on. Now, my glow-in-the-dark paint, I don't believe there's gold in there. And so I may add a little bit of my gold. But when I do that series, you'll see that how I mix them, because I never use them. So I don't even know the consistency of those paints. All right, guys, look at that purple. I love it. This beautiful color. Now, again, a lot of these were custom mixed paints that I made. And so now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, dang it, why did I just do that? And I could have just put him off, but oh well, we are where we are, and that's okay, because I'll just recreate at a later date. But in the meantime, you know, as I was pouring this, I figured all these colors, I did not want them to turn out muddy, especially since they are literally random colors coming in and out. And so I decided to eventually add a little bit of white, but you'll see. Look at that bright color, that orange red. I thought it was absolutely stunning. But again, it got to go, because it's time for something different. But putting all these in there, you know, you would think this would definitely turn out looking a little bit muddy. And I agree, but it does not come out muddy in the end. Now, in terms of when I do mix it all together, you'll see the shift in the colors. And so you'll see how, you know, you may get a little bit nervous, because you may say, oh my goodness, this is going to turn out super ugly or super muddy. And it's going to be this brownish color. And what are you going to do? But it gets saved. I promise it does. Now, to be honest, I think all these colors together would have probably been a cool pour if I just had like this huge canvas, which I actually do off to the side, but decide to do a dirty pour. I think it would have been really cool to see what it looks like. The only thing is that the base color that I started off with in this bucket would be the very top layer, which I would not want that as my top layer in a dirty pour. And so it wouldn't work out for me anyway. All right. But what I'll do is I will let you guys continue to watch the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. But don't forget, at the end, you'll get to see video and pictures of the last one in the series and what I'm going to do with it. All right, see, there goes my white, because I figured this may be muddy, so I'm going to save it that way. All right, enjoy, guys.